I'm excited to welcome Liz Hyman, President and CEO of the XR Association, to the A100 today. Liz, thanks for being here.
Hey, Colleen, thanks so much. Thanks to A100. It's really great to join you today.
Great. So you recently announced the launch of XRA's newest foundation, XR for All. Tell me about its mission.
Yeah, so first of all, the XR Association has its mission, which is the responsible development and thoughtful advancement of XR, all those cool technologies, virtual, augmented, mixed reality, how it relates to the metaverse, etc. But what we really felt strongly about is how do we make sure that there is a diverse and equitable workforce for the immersive technology industry? And that's what the XR for All Foundation is all about.
That's such an important goal, and this is such a cool space to be involved with. Tell me more about the end goal behind creating that diverse and equitable workforce in this industry.
Yeah, I heard a quote recently. I kind of liked it when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. The idea is diversity is being invited to the party, inclusion is being asked to dance. And so when we think about what we're doing with the XR for All Foundation, it's so important that we have representation. So it's great that the technology can help bring in equitable and diverse audiences. But if we don't have people who are actually creating the technology at the get-go that represent, different ethnicity, different gender, different sexual preference, etc., then we're not going to represent that in the technology itself and really drive long-lasting engagement and diversity for not only the technology, but how it's used. So we want to, right from the beginning, think about how we can build in diversity, equity, inclusion, and that's going to involve working with trainers and educators and media outlets and community-based organizations, and really working with our companies to expand the reach of our messaging and amplify our impact to new audiences. Why should you want to be a part of the XR industry? And that's the story we want to tell. That's the story that we want to create the answers for. And so that's the work we're going to undertake.
That's such a fantastic analogy. I love that you're taking on this effort. It's so important, so needed, and I think going to pay really big dividends. So this is really cool. Switching gears a little, as a female CEO in an industry where we still don't see enough women in leadership roles, how do we get more women a seat at that table, and what advantages can having women in those roles bring companies?
That's such a great question. It's an honor to be able to lead an industry trade association and be the CEO. When I first started, I actually had an all-women staff. We've diversified a little bit now, but it was kind of exciting to give everybody a good shot at creating something so important. I think the reality is that right now we see a lot of women who are starting to get involved in XR and use it, but not enough. In fact, McKinsey came out with a really interesting study recently that said that more women are actually spending time in what we call the metaverse, these immersive experiences and using the technology. There's more women than men. But unfortunately, according to McKinsey, that doesn't translate into the number of women who actually are in CEO or leadership roles, or are leading the way when it comes to entrepreneurial capital. And so, I think it's really important to have those numbers come up. I think we need more Peggy Johnsons, the woman who's leading Magic Leap, to be able to model and show how kind of this collaborative ethos, I think, will lead to greater outcomes. I think it's really important to have people like Amy Lemire and Marina Welkoff, and they lead something called the WXR Venture Fund. And they're investing in all kinds of companies, but really kind of coming at it from, a woman's perspective. I read a study, I think it was back in 2015. It was a group called First Round Capital. And they did a little bit of a survey, and they found that startup teams with at least one female founder performed 63% better than all male teams. Now, I haven't seen an update to that, but that's a pretty telling statistic. And, it's all about representation. It's all about that collaborative spirit, and really making the bottom line return on investment case. So I'm excited to see more women get into XR, get into technology, and really represent our 50% level in society.
What a great stat. And I know there are similar stats around women on boards for companies and if actually impacting performance and seeing stronger performance. We have similar issues in the PR industry where there's a lot of women. It's a very female dominated industry, but not so much at the top level, although we're seeing that start to change. So same with you. It's exciting and I can't wait to see the progress ahead.
Yeah, we're thrilled. I'm excited to be at the forefront of building sort of our next computing platform, this immersive computing platform. And I think there's a huge role for people of all backgrounds, credo, ethos, and it's an exciting time.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Liz. I appreciate your insights and you joining us on the A100 today.
Thank you so much, Colleen. I really appreciate the opportunity.